PsychicMyst Paranormal Network.
Hi, this is Shar with PsychicMyst Paranormal Network. Nicole and I went to Burlington County Prison in Mount Holly, New Jersey to do a walkthrough of the Burlington County Prison Museum. This is a pretty cool place with a lot of awesome history, but inside it's really sad and tragic. So come on into the Burlington County Prison with us for a little bit of history and some mystery. Alright, so this is Burlington County Prison. This is one seriously sad place. The Burlington County Prison opened its doors in 1811 and closed in 1965. This building has 3 floors and was built to house approximately 40 inmates. At the time of its closing, approximately 100 inmates were transferred to another prison. The building itself is quite amazing, but one of the first things that really stuck out to us was this amazing door. As you might expect from a prison, the door is pretty big, and from this picture you can see just how thick it is. In this picture you can see the lock on the door, and in comparison to Nicole's hand you can see that it's pretty darn big. The keyhole of this lock is also a ridiculous size. As you can see by the picture, Nicole's finger is covering the keyhole. It's the same size as her finger. As you can see from this picture, the piece that the latch goes onto is also pretty mammoth. The atmosphere inside is overwhelmingly sad and dismal. As you walk through the grim halls, a heavy, somber feeling of a harrowing past reveals itself. As we continued on, the atmosphere conveyed feelings of desperation and despair, longing and sorrow. The intensity of hopelessness and heartbreaking misery filled the empty space of an anguished antiquity. We walked through the old prison taking pictures of history. While we were at it, we spoke to the many disturbed and agitated ghosts while taking short videos in hopes that a past resident would manifest. Everywhere we went, we could feel the presence of spirits watching us. We could feel them following us around. They were curious, and so were we. As we were walking down a narrow hallway heading toward the warden's office, I started to feel dizzy, indicating that I ran into some energy. I started asking questions of the ghosts while Nicole took video. So the next video clip you're about to see is one that Nicole captured. At first we thought perhaps it was just dust, but considering that we took a lot of footage throughout the whole place and this was the only thing that appeared like this, it made us suspicious and we decided to check it out much more thoroughly. So there's a couple places where this possible orb turns transparent and then it just disappears at the end of the clip. And don't worry, we ruled out the possibility of insects as well. So who's here that's making me feel like this? And do you want us here? Do you have a message for us? How come you don't leave here? How come you're still here? Why are you staying? Have you seen God? Try to get by the steps. Look, there's somebody there. So only a few moments after we saw the orb in motion, we thought we felt a presence by the stairway. We went in that direction and turned the hall, and we got an EVP. So here that is. 18-inch thick masonry. As you can tell from the footage, we didn't even hear the EVP until we played it back, which is normal in most cases. As we walked around, we found several things that were sad and quite disturbing. Check these out. Here's a heart. I don't know what that says. Love is wonderful. I can't read that at all. Everything's very quiet in here. These doors are heavy. That's me moving the door. Oh, Lord. I wonder if I could zoom in on that. Let me try to read it. I'm trying to see something. M-A-H. I was trying to read the big thing. I just can't really see it. Oh, my life is in darkness. Where is God? Can you tell me? Come on. I can't get it to. Where can I? Something. Will I ever find him? I hope so. How sad. Everywhere we went, there were a lot of drawings and words on the walls. Another person counting down time. That's sad. There's another calendar. October. They're just noises from something they have set up here. Time spent in hours in jail. They're like dogs. Even though this was just a walkthrough, we still managed to capture a couple of eerie EVPs. Next EVP sounds like the same entity, but the background noise sounds kind of like a growling or even maybe a demonic sound if you listen to it very carefully. Where does it say that? Have you seen God? Have you seen God? Okay, so I had to say something about this next EVP. The man that escaped this prison, his name is Kabanakovitz, I think. When I was trying to read this sign at the prison, I kept saying it all tongue-twisted. You can hear Nicole laugh in the background at my attempts to pronounce this man's last name. After I said, did they ever catch him, that's when we got 4 consecutive EVPs. And the first one sounds what I say is snicker. It's just someone going, or something like that, but it's more like a whisper. Everything else is written out. I just wanted to explain what a snicker was, in my opinion. Kovitz escaped. Did they ever catch him? So here's a picture of the board that I was reading Edward Kabanovitz's name, and I tried to blow the picture up a little bit so you could see it better. It's really hard to see still, but I think you can kind of make out his name. Is there anybody here? Can you tell me your name? You there? Did you hear that? Yeah. Sound like a scream. Yeah. As you can hear from several of these EVPs, it sounds like one entity came through a lot, the same person, and they didn't really have much in the way of words to say, just a whole lot of noises, like ooh, and stuff like that. Perhaps maybe they really are in hell. Here are a few pictures of the back of the building that led to where the prisoners went out into the yard. The prison yard was nicer than I expected it to be, and it certainly was pleasant to look at. Still, we could feel the heavy negative energy. We could sense the restless souls, the pain and suffering. It's as if you could actually hear the cries of hell. This prison had many executions, but one man who was executed a short distance away from the prison was actually buried on the prison grounds because no one would claim his body.
Hi, this is Nicole with PsychicMyst Paranormal Network. The Burlington County Prison is a great place to visit, but I couldn't imagine having to spend more than an hour or two locked up in that place. It's full of sadness and despair. There is a lot of paranormal activity going on there. You can feel the spirits of the trapped prisoners continuing to live the lonely and tormented lives they once lived. They do not realize that they are free and can move on to a better place and another chance. Check out this last picture that shows possible apparitions that were captured in the windows. This is Nicole with PsychicMyst Paranormal Network. Thank you for watching.